Hey guys, Lloyd Power here, and today I'll be helping out all the controller players. And before I get into the video, this is just a quick disclaimer. I'm currently on keyboard and mouse. I can't get my controller to work on my PC. But otherwise, I played on controller and I was pretty good, so just take my tips as is. Alright, this is what I usually do when warming up. I go into an empty creative map. I just made one for the video. But tip number one for any controller players out there: slow down your sensitivity, alright? Your aim should not be stiffer than a wiener at 9 in the morning. I'm just gonna say that right now. I always see guys with good mechanics when trying to edit do this, right? And then when trying to do this edit, like go that unintentionally. Alright, let me show you healthy binds. So if you go right here, these are healthy binds. You know, all these sensitivities. Fast yet slow. I personally like the slowness. I like to just play it slow and chill. But these should be your controls. Make sure it's linear and your look dampening time's low. Well, now second thing I'm gonna get into is practice, alright? You've put in the time to learn these complicated retakes, right? But you just don't put in the time to better your aim. Practice your accuracy. A tip I gave in one of my older videos, how to improve on controller, was make sure that you first of all get your horizontal aim down, left to right, and your vertical aim down, and then you combine them. Then now you can do boop, boop, and your opponent's like right there, and then really fast you could just do that, like lead your aim, right? Another tip I'm gonna give you is make sure that you're using ideal binds. The most ideal binds that I would show you, these are my personal binds, are this. Make sure that switch mode is on a different button than edit, and make sure that you can easily jump. Personally, what I do is I use the tip of my thumb to jump. Make sure edit's on one of your sticks. Make sure that all your important mechanical stuff, like your secondary mechanics, are on your D-pad. Make sure your primary mechanics are on these, the basics. And another tip I'm going to give you, if you're on Xbox, save up for the Xbox Elite V2 or the Xbox Series X controller with paddles. It's only like $60 right now, which is a little bit of money, but it's a worthwhile investment. You put jump on one of your paddles, and then you put edit on the other paddle. And if you're on PS4, you can actually buy these paddles that really help. I personally use a controller with paddle. Paddles just improve my skill by so much on controller. I'm really gonna advise you get those. On PS5, sadly, there aren't any paddles currently, but you could just use a PS4 controller with paddles. Third of all, piece control. So you want to improve your piece control, right? Well, to improve your piece control, it's quite simple. So first of all, you subscribe to my YouTube channel for more tips like this. And then second of all, you go into this map. Let me show you guys. You go into either Raider's piece control practice map, right here, code's right here. You can just pause the video and copy off the code. Or what I like to do Raider's edit piece control course. These are both really good courses, and I'm actually going to leave videos telling you how to do both courses in the description below. Those two courses really helped out. Now, another tip I'm going to give you is, if you really don't know what is wrong with your aim and you can't improve your aim, what I used to do was I would just change my sensitivities until I found the right one. And I would actually recommend you do that, as usually finding the right sensitivity is really ideal. Now, first of all, remember this. Unlike mouse and keyboard, you don't need to practice your aim always. You can have good aim on controller, not too difficult. You're not going to have aim as good as keyboard pros, because it's just not possible on controller. But you should be able to out-aim most keyboard and mouse players. I personally have good aim on keyboard and mouse because I put in the time to grind, and in fact I recently switched to keyboard and mouse. I didn't want to switch to keyboard and mouse, actually. This is a funny story, but I couldn't get my controller, my Nintendo Switch Pro controller with paddles to work on my PC. So I just decided, you know what, frick it, let's just learn keyboard and mouse. And that actually really improved my skill, you know? So, another tip I'm gonna give you is YouTube. YouTube and Google are your friends, alright? Whenever you want to learn something, like how to, you know, fix your sense or how to learn a new edit style, YouTube and Google are your friends in that department. You gotta use YouTube and Google as much as you can in order to improve. And you know what? I'm gonna be generous right now and give you guys a box fighting tip. So whenever your opponent is boxed up right here, all the controller players are gonna benefit from this tip. Whenever your opponent's boxed up right here, what you do is you build 2 cones. You don't need to build one here, but you can in case they like make a move, right? And usually the main reason to build those 2 cones is just to box them and then shoot. But what I do instead is whenever you want to go around their box and like their opponents here and like you don't want to get third partied or noticed, what you can do is you do this edit, just walk through, and then they're just gonna open up here if they want to go for a shot. So instead what you do, you reset this and do this so that their right hand peak is basically scuffed. Now on controller, I understand you don't have skill. Boy, if you don't get, scroll wheel reset, but this should still help you out. If you like these kind of tips and you want a more in-depth video or an in-depth analysis by me, then make sure to like and subscribe. Man, trust me, it is worth it. I will make a video talking about my progress going from controller to mouse and keyboard soon, but I'm currently just trying to get my camera to work. Once I get that done, I can set up a hand cam and just have the most perfect video, guys. So yeah, that's really it. You know, chuck me a like rating down below if you feel like it, and yeah, see you guys.